into.
Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to Share a Beer 473. Today is Saturday, August 4th, 2018, and welcome. We are back and better than ever. So now that I paused my other recording, there we go. Hey, we got Tom in the house. We got Bum. We got Mark. What's up, guys?
How much? Excellent. Doing well.
Awesome.
Ready
man.
for a beer or six?
Did anybody do anything interesting this past week? I think Bum has some vacay news, maybe.
Well, my vacation started a couple hours ago.
Awesome. That's always worth noting. Dilly.
Yeah.
Dilly.
Tom, Mark, anything interesting this happened this week, or?
No, I mean, normal week. Enjoying the weather.
Yeah. I've been enjoying the weather as well. Now, do have an update on our barbecue place that was mentioned on the last week's show. But I have been enjoying, 110, 113, 116 degree weather as much as you can. Right. With that in mind, I didn't go to Little Miss Barbecue was the name of that place. I have been by it now 3 times. During the course of my deliveries and my pickups, I've been by there now 3 times. That place is in a very difficult place.
Tried it.
Okay, the first time I went, I'll tell you, it was 11:15 a.m. Tuesday, because that's the day they open, right? That's their first day they're open. There was an unbelievable line, unbelievably long. It was crazy. 11:15 on a Tuesday. And I drove by there Wednesday, and I drove by there Thursday, and
same thing.
Oh, please. And the thing of it is it's not exact. I thought it was going to be, because I was trying to remember the area. The area is not a horrible neighborhood as far as violence or anything. It's a horrible neighborhood as far as it's all industrial. It's all business. And the street that it's on, the part that it's on, comes out of the newer businessy area where those businesses have nice big parking and all that, and it's on a bend. It's on the end of so the road bends like this. When you come out of that bend, you get to the slightly older-ish industrial part area. A lot of businesses that, in my case, for me, I have to do a lot of blocking the whole the street, to get in these places. Super small businesses. So it's just tight. A lot of these businesses only have maybe 6 parking spots in front of them. So I don't know where these people are parking. Just to get to a larger point, I don't know where you'd even park to even wait in line. I don't really know. You'd have to, but they're parking somewhere.
Come out of the woods.
Yeah, they come out of the woods. Yeah, very figurative woods, because
out of the cactus.
Yeah, there's not a lot of woods here. But yeah, I don't know. And I have not spoke to anybody that's actually eaten their food. But I have read a lot of the reviews and everything, and Pat mentioned it on last week's show. In case anybody's kind of wondering, it's the second highest rated restaurant on Yelp in the country. So, and it's right here in Phoenix.
That's impressive.
It's very impressive for them to have it's in the neighborhood of 2,000 ratings, and to have 5 stars. You look them up on Google, similar results. They have a 4.8 on Google, but everyone says that they've waited at least a half hour, a half hour to an hour. Some people say they waited 2 hours. All of them say it's worth the wait. All of them.
So they must have been televised before, right? They must have been on a show or something like that. They're that highly rated.
I don't know. Right? I don't know. I know that now that they are rated that high, they're getting a lot of recognition, and I know that they are thinking about opening. Well, they are opening a second location here. So I'm like, you know what, man? Like, there's something about working in this hot weather all week. And oh, Bobo's back. There's something about working in this weather all week, and then the thought of on my day off standing in it for a couple hours, possibly.
Yeah.
It's just like, so I was all fired up to go too. Friday, I was all set to go. I was showered and washed up and ready, and I was gonna leave here about 9, because it's about a half hour, 35 minutes away from me. So I was maybe just a tad longer, depending on traffic. But so I was gonna, try to show up there at 10 and then wait in line at least an hour for them to open. But I was like, man, I don't want to stand out there.
Sounds like a brewery.
Right. Yeah. Some breweries are like that, for certain beers, but this is just constant. This is every day. There's not a lot of breweries in this country, not a lot, that open for business and sell out a beer on a Tuesday, bro.
Yeah.
And then the next day on a Wednesday. And then the next day, you know what I'm saying?
Treehouse is like that. You'll get there and you have to get there an hour before and be a line, and they just sell out a beer like crazy. I remember asking the guy, I was like, how much money do you guys make? He's like, oh, he's like, I don't know how much we make. We just sell the beer, but like they go through beer like nuts. Like you wouldn't even believe it. It's crazy over there.
Treehouse, I can see that, because that beer, every beer I've had is fantastic.
Yeah,
I gotta send some more out to you guys at some point.
So what are you having there, Tom?
I'm having something from Lamplighter from Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Lamplighter.
It is Yaks on the phone. There's 2 yaks and they're on the phone talking.
Is that Yaks with a Y? Y?
Yeah, YAKS.
I wonder whose girlfriend or spouse or whatever this is referring to.
Yeah.
I saw the can. I thought that was pretty cool.
It is a very cool can.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is this a pretty new beer?
I have no idea. I've never had anything from them.
It must be, because we're looking at 377 total, 377 in the last 30 days. It was added 7/17/18. So
Came out, yeah.
But already, you got 6.8% ABV, no IBUs rated right now, a 3.77 bottle cap rating. So very good. A New England style IPA, double dry hopped with Eureka and Ella. That's a hop I don't hear. Oh my God. Bobo, of course, there he is. He's back. He's all polished up and shiny.
Jesus, I gotta turn the chat on, because
he's
oh yeah,
yeah, the Yaks on the phone led to his next comment. So just as a teaser. Yes. So let's see, this beer is packed with fruit forward hops, stay true to the New England. It says the New England. That's not good. So the New England IPA style. Dank! Boom! Yes!
Dank.
Love it.
Oh, you're gonna love this description.
First one, dank, juicy, and hazy, baby. Yeah, you got to go low with this description. It's a little dank, and surprised they didn't put musty in there. I mean, you might as well. Dank, juicy, and hazy.
And moist.
Awesome. And moist. Why not? Like, this is awesome. Notes of ripe passion fruit, sticky mango. Yes, I love these people, man. These people are great. Sticky, dank, and juicy. All we're missing is moist. Oh, this is awesome. Tangerine balanced by a smooth malt profile. This is an awesome beer. What do you think about it there, Tom? You getting any sticky mango?
Oh, it's super sticky.
That's what happens when you yak.
Yeah, that's what happens. you know, like Bobo's yakking himself all to death right now.
It's yummy. It's pretty yummy.
This is an awesome description. Lamplighter Brewing Company. You got to give them some props. This is their New England IPA. This is awesome. I love that description, man. Dank, juicy, and hazy. And then they've got sticky mango in there as well.
I know. I seen the sticky. I read it before. I was like, Joe's gonna love the sticky.
Oh, the sticky's awesome, followed by dank and juicy. Oh, that's great. That is great. What are you having, Mark?
Nothing quite as allegorical as that one. I would assume.
Right.
What Bobo's going to do with this one, but I'm having the Prince of Pilsen by Three Taverns Brewing.
Nice healthy Pilsner.
Decatur. Yeah, it's a good Pilsner. Got a Pilsner glass.
That's a nice.
Yeah, there's still a lot of you know, Pilsner's got that carbonation that's always kind of like streaming up from the bottom, and it's doing still pretty good. Yeah, and it's a good solid Pilsner. Not it's crisp, it's dry. You're getting some floral notes. Yeah, 5% ABV.
It's Pilsner season, right? I mean, it's warm in most of our environments here, and Pilsners that's a good glass too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, dollar store glass.
100-degree weather, one of those will go down real easy.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, this is a lager, the last of a lager right now, a session premium lager. So it's, but yeah, this one here has 8,000 ratings on here, 89 in the last 30 days, 5%, 35 IBUs, 3.59. Boom.
Yeah.
Was yours canned? No, you showed a bottle.
I think they do cans as well. Yeah.
Yeah, there's cans on there.
It's a good. Three Taverns does a good job. They do some good Belgian ales, and then this is pretty solid. So.
Wow. So it has a little history too. So you got attributes the most popular beer style in the world, originally brewed in the Bohemian city of Pilsen in 1842. Wow.
Is that what Pilsner derived from? The source?
They say, I thought that they originated in Czechoslovakia, but who knows?
It's like a who knows game right now, right?
Yeah, at this point, yeah, it's like, come on, you know.
Little Billy in Japan could have been the first one, right? Anybody, anywhere.
Well, we'll ask Billy D later. He'll maybe he knows.
Wrong, little Billy. He is little.
Oh my God, Bobo's gonna have a hell of a time with that one.
Yeah, I have to say, I just kind of blocked somebody's comment, and then after I blocked it, I was like, my God, I blocked that comment, but I just left Bobo's comment. My girlfriend farted in my bed, which is not much better, but
right,
because he's Bobo, you know.
Yeah,
when you're inappropriate all the time, it just becomes normal.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Uncle Joe wonders what he's thinking.
No, I really don't. But I'm
if you read some of the comments, and if you're still wondering what he's thinking, then that's more about you, isn't it? Like at that point. If Uncle can't figure it out by that time. Yeah. So what do you have in there, Bum?
Well, before the malt liquor report comes, I am finishing up a can of Bell's Oberon Ale, which I think everybody's very familiar with. I'm finishing up the can, and here's the can.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, the mini keg.
Oh, mini keg, yeah.
Yeah, and if you Google Bell's Oberon 5-liter can, it looks like they've been doing these for at least 10 or 12 years.
Wow.
And every year, I had heard about these starting last year. This was the first year I saw one for sale, and I bought it, of course. All I can say is I'm glad I wasn't aware of these 12 years ago, because I would probably own all of them, and I'm probably going to buy them from now on when I see them.
Yeah.
Like I need something else to collect. But how cool is that?
How many ounces is that?
5 liters.
Oh, all right. So what does that cost you? What is that, like 25, 30 bucks?
It was $20.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No, yeah, price-wise, it's not bad at all.
Because I know they do that for the Hop Slam also.
Yeah, I've seen it for the Hop Slam. And there's the back.
Oh, I like the back. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a little different each year. Do they do a little different?
It's totally different each year. Do a Google image search, Mark. It's amazing how attractive some of these cans are, and of course they're dated, which makes me want to own them.
Oh yeah, dates and yeah. No, you just got to make some more room, Bum, and you might have to put an addition on. Collecting 5 years.
I'll just do what I always do: shift things around a little bit in the right way, and I'll create more.
What did you say? 5 liter? Yeah, 5 liter.
Yeah.
They actually just started shipping to Massachusetts, like as of like 2 months ago, like right out of nowhere.
Yeah, Bell's makes good solid stuff.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you are. Look at those.
Oh, look at this one. That one's cool. Check that one out. Look at that.
Yeah, you change it.
It's very cool.
That is, yeah.
Oh, these things are great.
I don't know that I've ever seen one of these for Bell's, at least.
Yeah, I'd have to take a look and see.
One of my schedule collecting friends, who's also a beer collector, has, I think, almost all of those.
Wow. This is cool right here. Someone made a lamp out of it. That is cool.
I think that's Heineken.
Yeah, that's Heineken. It's not the Bell's, but still.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize Heineken did what it does.
Oh, and there's the Hop Slam up above it.
That's
right in the middle. Yeah.
That's a little kick bring to a party or something like that.
Right up above that one, Joe's the Hop Slam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it's perfect for a party or barbecue.
It is.
Or just for yourself. You just put it in, and it's how long once you opened it, how long did it take you to drink the 5 liters, Bum?
Oh, this is awesome. Beer porn at its finest here.
Oh, cool. I broke mine open Tuesday night, Mark. Drank some Tuesday, drank some Thursday, finishing it tonight.
Okay. All right.
It's like Homer Simpson when he's drooling for donuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Look at that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, they get in a bath. Yeah. Yeah, wash that, baby. Yeah, wash it up there, baby. Yeah, rinse it off.
Especially a canning machine.
Yeah.
That's a big investment. So
you get yourself some barbecue, one of those bad areas, you're good to go.
Oh yeah, or if you were to be making grilled pizza, that would go really well with grilled pizza, wouldn't it, Mark?
It would go fantastic with grilled.
You have to grill the pizza on the pizza pan, or like the how can I say it, like the hot brick pan.
Leading into oh my god.
Okay, let me see what he had. Joe, I know what you're hinting at without you even Okay. Yeah.
Out of control, Bobo. You go that's in the penalty box. You're in the penalty box.
It got him worse trying to keep up, but Bobo's already got that down, man. Like, you know.
Yeah, you know what? God of War, I think, is just trying to be shocking, which I'm going to hide that comment. Bobo, I think it's just his natural. Bobo's being real. I think it's what he really does.
Yeah, it's you know. Yeah, that's his aura. That's what. Now Hobbsine had a pretty cool comment for me and Mark. Jody and Mark are the Beer Tube OGs. Huge inspiration for me starting my channel 10 years ago. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah. Boy, I feel old now.
Not old.
Oh, okay. So here you go, Mark. Michael says that Bohemia is the Czech Republic. Pilsen is about an hour west of Prague. Prague?
All right.
Oh, so there it is in Czech.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
You're both right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, I'd actually. How old is Bobo?
Oh boy, I'm really afraid to ask.
Yeah.
Hey, there was a normal comment. I really do.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what he really does. We don't know.
That's true.
I was gonna say that deserves a golf clap.
What? Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I think he meant he really does jack off the beer porn.
Yeah. Oh, here, I got something for this bearded guy right here. Bam, baby.
What do you think? What do you think?
No, I have not had him. The package is still sealed.
Open
I'll take him to work Monday.
Oh, so we have to wait for anticipation?
Yeah,
What,
I don't know.
I haven't waited for this damn show all fucking week, Joe. Now you won't even have a fucking Oreo?
I don't open them. I take them to work, and then the guys let me know what they think.
That's what the second pack is for.
No, I don't buy two of them. No, just the one, and I'm already fat enough. Drinking beer doesn't help. But this is liquid energy, so that is 32. He says, born September 1986.
All right.
So there you go.
But what is your social security number?
Exactly. What's your credit score?
Well, he has told us everything else about himself. He would
He's told us a lot more intimate details than his social security number. I'll tell you. I'll give you that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, you know what? He's from England. Does he have a social security number?
Oh
No.
yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. How do they do that over there?
I don't know.
Because the
Queen.
Yeah, a queen score maybe. Yeah, an imperial score perhaps. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's one of the things we've never really asked, huh? We need to ask that of our.
Yeah, when Craig stops by next.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, because how is their credit system and all those sorts of things figured out?
Is that universal?
No.
Social Security. Yeah.
Well, Social Security isn't, but is credit score?
Well, I'm sure now probably every country has some sort of government issued ID system. I mean, they got to track you somehow. So
there's one person I'm really interested to find out what he thinks about all this, and it's Billy D. What does he think about credit scores and credit reports and all this sort of thing?
You mean little Billy that was mentioned?
Billy?
Yeah, little Billy D. Little Billy D. Yeah, there Billy he is.
He says, "Instant credit, come and get it."
Yeah, Billy D would be doing payday loan stores. I mean, if he was still he'd be like Montel.
Yeah,
he'd be doing payday loan shops now. I think.
Yeah, he's definitely an opportunist. Yes.
Cash your check, get a free 40.
Are you kidding? You'd be the busiest. Those places are already busy.
Yeah. You had free 40s to it. Yeah.
Okay, Billy D's ready here. I'm not sure if I am or not. I've been teasing this for the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
I held off on this because I am on vacation now, and I don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. I can just sleep in tomorrow. And Zach, I'm glad you joined us for this.
Because we need to know.
That means it's going to be fucking something that pisses me off.
My question to everybody is, can you go lower than malt liquor in the beer world?
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know. I guess sounds like you're going to try.
I'm going to try. I make no guarantees for the results. And keep in mind, this is all done for you, Joe, and the art of.
Oh my goodness!
I would not normally be. I would never drink this stuff if it wasn't for share a beer.
That's hilarious. You know what? Because when I was buying the Oreos just hours ago, when I was buying the Oreos, guy walks by. He walks by me, grabbing the Oreos. Walks by the aisle like that, in the main aisle.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, seen me, and he turns around immediately and he goes, "This is your fault." I go, I know it is. I get blamed for a lot of stuff. I'm pretty used to it. And he has to grab the Oreos and he goes, "Damn you." And then he left. That's a true story that happened. So yeah, we have to have someone to blame for our bad behavior, right? I got blamed twice today.
Joe, I'm blaming you for all these malt liquors that I've had. Because honestly, if it wasn't for the show, I would never have touched it.
Right? Oh no! You opened the door for Bobo right there. Oh my God!
Let me see.
I can just imagine. He did give us the real name. I feel like.
Neri's here.
Oh, we got Neri too. Yes.
Almost sleeping here. Well,
almost
stay awake for a little bit longer, Neri.
Yeah, no, I think Neri should show us the smoke. I think there's still possibly some smoke happening there, man. You know.
Does Neri want to see the dog bite high gravity malt or dog bite high gravity lager smoke?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh.
Dog bite.
Ooh. Now is that a malt liquor?
Close to the laptop when I open this. Has anybody seen this before?
No.
I've seen it, I think, a couple times. Yeah.
Oh, you have? Wow. No.
Yeah.
This is brewed by Rock Wall Brewing of Rochester, New York. Now, when you hear Rochester, New York, that's a giveaway as to who brewed this.
It's Genesee, isn't
Genesee.
it? Yep.
But this is a cool ass can.
It is, yeah.
3-headed dog.
Oh my God, the rating on this is crazy.
It looks like it's going to be horrible, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Just to lead in.
You got to wait till he tries it to give him a rating.
A little more. We got to lead in a little more here.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'll open it. You've
got 2,400 ratings on here, 19 in the last 30. 8%. You got a 2.22. A lager with a hard, all caps, mind you, a lager with a hard bite shouldn't be hard to drink. That's why Dog Bite is brewed with select hops and malted barley for a well-balanced, mellow taste that'll have high-gravity drinkers coming back again and again. That's not marketing talk, is it?
No.
Oh, I'm sure it was brewed with select hops. They were selected for it.
But what's the gravity? Is it really that high? Because all these malt liquor dudes want to talk shit about malt liquor and high gravity beers. I was like, oh, here's my 7% beer. It's like, bitch, that's a session.
Well, this is 8%, Zach, and from what I have, when I've educated myself, apparently there's an older version of Dog Bite that was 10%. This is the new and improved 8%.
Ooh, I love that glass, Bum. That's an old school glass, isn't it?
That's my Budweiser glass that used to get me on the show.
Uh-huh.
That's my glass. This is my first time ever drinking. I figured it was perfectly fitting that I would drink this garbage beer out of my Bud glass.
Yeah.
But that's an old school glass right there. That is
Mark,
a very
you said you have this glass, right, Mark?
I do. I do have that exact glass, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 25 years old, I think.
That's an old school glass.
This is the glass that used to get me onto the show in the earliest days, where I would put my paintbrush extension handle and my track phone.
Right. That's right. Yep.
Well, I got to say, This doesn't seem to be any better or any worse than any of the other malt liquors.
Oh.
Okay.
Meaning it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as you thought it would be.
It's not as horrendous as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And once again, I will repeat, it sucks. But anyway, so looks like I'll be able to get through the malt liquor report with that without me passing out or getting sick or so. Ready for the malt liquor report?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. First of all, I think the chairman has forgotten about us. He did upload a new video just 2 hours ago, which I haven't been able to check out. And I'm just going to have to assume that we didn't get mentioned. But over the last week, the Share a Beer show or Joe or Bum did not get mentioned or cussed out again. So the chairman, either it's a case of him forgetting about us or, like he was saying at one point, the art of war. Never let your enemies know when you're going to strike.
Yeah.
So the chairman could be preparing for a strike.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing we had from the chairman this week is he did a video where his first video of the NFL season where he is going to celebrate various NFL injuries.
Oh, jeez. You can chug a 40, someone broke his...
Yes. Celebrating fill in the blank torn MCL.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But he's drinking every time someone injures himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of drinking to do.
Because he does need an excuse to drink, Tom, as you've seen.
Yeah.
A lot of drinking to do.
Yeah.
Well, the greats always need something to motivate them. Michael Jordan, would dream up, reasons to,
Right.
I know the NFL though. There's like 3 injuries a week. Well,
the chairman usually just celebrates like the major stars of the NFL.
All right.
Yeah. If a major star gets carted off the field on a stretcher, he really celebrates.
That's going to be a lot of 40s though, because there seems to be a lot of stars that go down in like the first 6 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Well, I think the chairman's up to the challenge. So that's all we had from the chairman this week. I know it's a disappointment.
That's a thumbs down.
I know. Don't worry. I'm sure the hate's coming eventually.
Yeah.
Hey, you left from us. No, I'm joking.
Nah. My God, the chairman didn't forget that damn near 8 years ago, Joe. He challenged. Yeah. So he hasn't.
Yeah. No, he won't forget. Are you kidding? Yeah, that's he has a mind like an elephant.
Yes.
What if I challenged the dude to like a Avery tweet chug off?
Ooh.
Oh no, Zach, that just makes you a craft beer C word. He doesn't do that. He doesn't drink that.
You are what you eat, sir.
What if you rip off the table and put malt liquor? Will you drink it?
Oh, and also he stated this week that his 4 least favorite categories of people are in no particular order: Ford Mustang drivers, craft beer C words, homebrew scumbags, and Dallas Cowboys fans.
That's a lot of people.
Well, yeah, Cowboys fans are almost as bad as Bronco fans.
And apparently Fat Reggie fits into 3 of those 4 categories.
Oh my God. I can agree with him with the Cowboy fans. Yeah.
Oh, so
Cowboy fans are like Cubs fans. They're terrible people.
I imagine he hates Patriots fans.
Oh yes, I've told you what he thinks about Brady.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I've told you numerous times. He said Boston is a shithole, Florida's a shithole, Pittsburgh's a shithole.
Yeah.
The South is a shithole, Canada's a shithole, England's a shithole. Shall I go on?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's it for the chairman.
That isn't. Yeah.
From 40 Ounce Fear this week, Fear has announced not the startup, but the because it's been around for a while, but finally the really getting underway, the 40 Ounce Crew Facebook page where you can go live. And Fear has said that because of the success of that page, he's going to go live more on that page and do less and less YouTube videos, because the people on the 40 Ounce Crew Facebook page are more into beer, et cetera, and he's going to spend less and less time on Facebook, which, well, we know how much he keeps his promises that he makes.
So less and less on YouTube, or less and less on Facebook?
Less and less on YouTube, more and more on Facebook.
I've heard that from quite a few YouTubers, the big boys, saying they're going to go more to Facebook because of the copyright restrictions on YouTube. It is kind of getting ridiculous, but that's the people that actually not figuratively get millions of hits. The people that actually do get millions of hits, you know. Have said that, but they still continue to make videos on YouTube. It's the big boy, you know.
When you're that big, though, YouTube almost becomes like an advertising product for yourself. You know, like products for people, you're advertising yourself. So it's like,
right.
A lot of these people sell products they'll advertise their products and sell it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even just revenue just from YouTube, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. But I don't think that's Fear's problem.
Fear has had numerous live streams blocked after the fact due to copyright issues.
Yeah, that
some
part is an issue,
and some I haven't. And a lot of them are gone for good.
Imagine if the chairman did a craft beer news. Like he would do like his own thing, like you do for malt liquor. He does the same thing for craft beer, but I don't think he'd do it. I mean, obviously, but it's just an idea.
It's funny. The chairman seems to know. I've never seen a video blocked by him. He seems to know what he can and can't play.
Yeah.
I've never seen a video blocked from him after the fact. Maybe he's more knowledgeable than we think. I don't know.
Yeah. He's the YouTube insider.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had any. Well, I've had some blocked. Back in the day, they were bigger on blocking. Now they're bigger on just taking away your money for that video.
Right.
So now they'll keep the video up as long as it's not super, super crazy or anything, and then take away your revenue for that video.
Yeah.
Which, who cares? It's nothing usually. Right?
Yeah, nothing from nothing is nothing. So yeah. But
I'd love to know how many views they get off unmonetized videos.
Oh,
like
lots.
In YouTube, like airtime wise, it must be ridiculous. The revenue that they're making just from those videos is probably stupendous.
Oh yeah. It's much more than they pay out in. Maybe not, but it offsets a lot of what they pay out.
Oh, please, yeah, no, it's
insurance for them in a way.
So what else you got for us, Bum?
Well, also, we have to say goodbye to somebody. Somebody has retired.
Oh.
From the MLDC.
A retirement.
Yes, and we know him. He was in the chat on the show a couple of weeks ago a few times. Our young non-malt liquor energy drinking malt liquor video maker, JR, a.k.a. JJ5P7, aka Havana 1, our 16-year-old energy drinking cuss out master, has announced that he is taking an indefinite break from YouTube and social media. He will be back whenever. So,
yeah, an indefinite leave for someone that's 16 could be a week.
Yeah.
Because a week when you're 16 is like 5 years, isn't it?
5 years. Yeah. So he's been on YouTube for a year, which that's a long time.
That's whew, are you kidding me?
Forever.
I've been doing this for a year, guys. Come on, you know?
Yeah. I was actually thinking, you know what? He might be in school, and this whole thing that he did might be part of some kind of psychology class he's taking or something.
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
not, but sure.
Or not. But I will say Havana was pretty entertaining. His videos,
or his mama just told him you ain't doing that anymore. So he's taking.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, he is 16. His mama might have just finally took the belt out and been like, "No, you ain't doing that anymore, boy. That's it."
I never thought of that one. So for the time being, we will have to say goodbye to Havana 1.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Dilly to Havana.
Dilly to Havana 1. So I must say, if you recall, Fierce started his new series of videos with which Lootbag Larry and others have picked up on, hundreds of energy drinks before JR turns 21. I just have to wonder if that whole series of videos is aborted now because of.
Oh yeah, well he's got a way out now.
The
verbal contract was broken.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we shall see. But anyway, the final bit of malt liquor news, and here's your video cue, Joe, where you can punch up the video. Remember last week we had Brews 40 showing off his 40-ounce collection in his basement. Mm-hmm. For the second straight week, we have somebody moving into a new house.
Oh.
Shady Malt Shadows. And that's all one word, Joe. And this is definitely worth looking at. Shady Malt Shadows, one word. He bought himself a new house.
Oh, well, congrats to him. Yeah.
Him and his wife, Queen Malt. Remember her chugging the 40?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. How can you forget that? Wow. Mm-hmm. She crushed it.
Yeah. So they bought a new house. And if you go to his videos, it's about 4 videos in MTV Cribs. There you go. Just click on that. You don't even need to have the audio on. Just watch. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay.
There's his new house.
The Malt Liquor Crib.
There's Shady Malt Shadows.
Very nice. Hell, he kind of looks like a guy I was in the service with.
Bolted fucking ceilings. The fuck do you know about that?
Can you guys hear it, by the way, or no?
A little bit,
yeah.
So, obviously a brand new empty house.
Yeah.
Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Oh, it's going to be a malt. Yeah, it's going to be a 40 in there. Yes, there it came with the Mickey's. Buy the house, get a free malt liquor.
What a deal.
Why the fuck wouldn't a Mickey's?
It kind of says everything about the house, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And there's already trash all over it.
So, Shady Malt Shadows is one of the mortal enemies of Fear. Fear hates him. Shady Malt Shadows has been giving respect lately to Fear. He goes, I know he cusses me out. I have respect for him, and Fear will not.
Oh, man. See that, folks? Malt liquor equals success.
Equals success.
Oh my.
I don't know. Based on the houses that these guys are moving into, the last 2 times we've watched, maybe malt liquor does equal success.
Yeah, maybe Zach's got it all wrong.
Yeah. Malt liquor.
Malt liquor. Yeah.
No, quit making my wife agree with you.
And I will just say this is somewhere in Texas. He's in Texas.
Oh, he's in Texas. Nice house.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's always
nice house.
Always nice to get a new home, man. You bet. Whether it be a used home or a new home or actual new home, it's still very nice.
Take a tour. So
here we go.
Does he have a specific malt liquor drinking room? That's what I want.
Yeah.
that his laundry room?
It'd be the garage, right? This is the garage. Yeah.
He's representing the beer the whole time.
Yeah. Label out the whole time.
The entire time. I'll tell you what, Shady Malt Shadows follows the blueprint more than anybody.
He literally has nothing in that house yet except for that Mickey.
Yeah.
In that bag in the corner of the garage.
But I'll let you in on a little secret that Shady Malt Shadows doesn't want you to know. He deleted his most of the videos off his old channel, Shady Shadows, where he drank a lot of craft beers. He's a reformed craft beer.
He's the RFC.
Yeah, the RFC, yeah.
But ever since he joined the dark side, he has done nothing but stick to the blueprint. He would not be drinking a dog bite right now.
Yeah.
Oh, not even a dog bite.
It's not malt, it's just a lager.
Oh, yeah, because it is a lager, isn't it? Yeah. That's what they say, at least. High gravity lager.
Yeah. That's why I poured this in this glass, because you normally can't, pour it in a glass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is the backyard finished or not? More likely not in the new home. Oh, they put grass. There you go. That's good. Yeah, because out here, man, you get
Look
dirt.
at that neighbor lady up there in that house going, oh my God, he's drinking malt liquor already.
Yeah, he's already drinking malt liquor, yeah.
He walks into each room, represents the beer, drinks the beer, shows again, and then proceeds.
So, yeah. I'll tell you what, this guy gets some hate, and he's one of my favorite malt liquor drinkers. He does nothing wrong. He's pretty good verbally. He's kind of funny without being. He doesn't try to show off.
Yeah.
He doesn't do an actor. He has no shtick. He's just like a basic dude, and he's pretty entertaining. It takes a while to get into his videos, but I do like him.
Well, yeah, congrats to him for getting a new home, and I've seen enough, but yeah, that's congrats to him for getting a new home and all that, and
so.
A malt castle.
Yeah, a malt castle, exactly. Yeah, see, we help these guys out here all the time.
The malt mansion. And that is it for this week.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for that report. Yeah, that was a good one. Nice and detailed. So what do you got, Zach? What do you having, brother? Oh, you're muted.
I was just telling you what's for dinner over in the chat.
Oh, okay.
We had some smoked up some ribs and stuff. I know you always like a little bit of food porn.
Oh yeah, I'm requesting access right now. I need permission.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't.
Yeah, I have to be granted permission.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, then we'll never get to the porn, but we had real quick. What is this? Cratonics. He says, "Sup guys? Did a share beer with Joe and Mark back in 2011, 2012, back when I was living in Lubbock, Texas. Cheers, guys. Yeah, well, dilly to you too, man. Awesome. Always good to still be here, have the opportunity to be here. For people like Cretan Knox or something. Anyway, for them to stop by, man, that's kind of what. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Yeah. Okay. Let's share the screen on this bad boy. Yeah, we got some ribs going here. Looking good. Looking good.
Yeah, the ribs turned out really nice.
Ooh.
We got. It looks like pork ribs here, right?
Yeah, so maybe that.
Well,
Did you
Nice.
sauce them up, or did you have them dry with the sauce on the side? Oh, he went mute.
That looks a little like a little sauce, but mostly rub, actually.
Yeah, no, it's all dry rub. And then
Yeah.
if you want sauce, add it on. Because I'm not a big sauce guy. I don't like real wet ribs.
Yeah. Yep. I'll eat them. Don't get me wrong. If you're inviting me over for one of these racks, I'm gonna crush it. But
Yeah, no, these are so there's brown sugar on top, and then there's honey that was smoked in. They smoke for about 6-7 hours.
Okay.
nice.
What, like 250,
No, 200.
200? Okay.
Yeah, about 3 hours naked at the start, 3 hours wrapped up, and then another hour and a half just to crisp them up.
Okay. Yep.
Oh yeah, here's another picture, real quick.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's pulling up the vegetables. So we did like I got a big flat top out in the back, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Potatoes, peppers, red onion, garlic, mushroom, Roma tomatoes.
Nice. Very nice. That because that goes good, man, with baby backs. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's our 6th wedding anniversary today.
Yes.
So,
Oh, today. Awesome, man. Oh, we gotta. Okay, I'm gonna crack a beer then. I'm gonna crack my Guinness Irish wheat. Have never had this before.
Interesting.
So-
that sounds terrible.
Is it terrible?
I don't know, but I've never heard of an Irish.
Yeah,
I know.
I had it once. I wasn't thrilled with it.
Not as bad as dog bite, probably.
I'll give
Yeah.
it a-
Actually, this dog bite is tasting better more and more I drink it.
Exactly. That's all. That's how high gravity works.
Here's
The
that.
more of the malt.
Cheers.
Yeah. Dilly to Zach, man. 6th anniversary today.
Really.
Dilly, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, so gonna hang out today.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a wheat. Wow.
Went to a brewery or so, and
I gotta take a picture.
Hey, you're good, Joe. Hey, Joe, you're on point.
I'm on point today,
You're on
man.
point.
I'm on point, baby. Yeah, baby. I gotta get the picture in there, baby. Yeah. I gotta get a picture of this stuff here, baby. Yeah, that was good stuff. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Hey, you know what they need to do? You know how you go, you can type in your description, how you feel about the beer. It'd be cool if they had like voice descriptions, like you can record yourself talking about it, until you click it and hear them talk.
Like a 6-second or 10-second recording or something. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
you get the feeling of how their experience was. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be great.
yeah, you want to talk about because there's some very creative guys out there, man. There is. There's some very creative people out there. You give them 6 seconds and they could give you a description that would definitely make you probably giggle at a minimum. Yeah.
I gotta call on tap. I got something there.
Yeah, you might have something there. Now, I have not seen the cans of this stuff apparently, and that's what everybody's got posted here is cans of this Irish wheat from Guinness.
I've never seen a can.
I have only seen this bottle, but 23,000 ratings, 742 in the last 30, 5.3. That's kind of a pretty decent ABV for a wheat, and a 3.47. That's a decent rating. Brewed with Guinness ale yeast and 100% Irish wheat. This is a crisp, clean, refreshing tasting beer with notes of zesty citrus, subtle clove, and banana. I can tell you right now that I am getting a lot of the clove, actually, and some of the banana. You definitely get that clove, and you definitely get a little banana and possibly, a little citrus in there as well. It's a decent beer. It's definitely a wheat. It's definitely a wheat from across the pond for sure. Like it has that very strong clove note in there for sure. But it's if you like a true styled, what I think this is true to the Hefeweizen. It's definitely that, man. It's if you're expecting a proper Hefeweizen, this is it. They stuck to it. This is a proper.
No, my wife really likes how you say Hefeweizen.
How do I? She likes how I say that. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I just started, so.
I'll say the between me and her, you know, Hefeweizen there, baby. Yeah. now every time she closes her eyes, you gotta wonder a little bit, man. Like,
yeah, I thought it was gonna be good with the ribs.
Yeah, no. I'll just stop there. I'll just stop. I was gonna start going Bobo level stuff here, man. That one had a lot of legs there because, you know, like when she sucks the bone and closes her eyes, you got to kind of wonder. No, but you know, I'm not gonna go there.
Is it because there's a bottom in the Hefeweizen? The banana and the
Yeah.
Joe is like ready on it, like on every cylinder, ready to fire.
Yeah, boom, boom, bada, boom. Yeah. I've been preparing my whole life for this moment. And there it is. Oh.
You see it go by very slow and slow.
Yeah, it just everything was going in slow motion all of a sudden. It was like the words were coming out and oh, boom, boom. Yeah, there it is. Another one. Wham. So I've got another one here. If anyone else has another beer, we can get to it. But I've got actually another one. This is my Rogue, straight out of Newport, Oregon. Have you had this, Zach?
out of Newport, Oregon.
Yeah. This is their straight out of Newport, Oregon. It's their West Coast IPA.
It's a nice can.
It's a very cool can. Yeah, I dig it, man. It looks cool, man. I like the way they're looking down on you know, on you and everything. And let's get to the description on this. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. There we go. Hit share the screen. There we are. Oh, I have had it once. Okay, this ain't my first rodeo.
That's why it exists.
Yeah, that's why, you know, that's exactly why it exists. And I don't have as many beers logged as some of these other guys, but dear God, I don't know how. You know, Greg is I know he gets slammed by the chairman, but Greg will remember like some of these beers, and I'm just amazed by it. And he'll remember some of the variants of these beers too. Like, the 2015 wasn't that great. You know, I kind of like 2012 better. And, you know, I mean, think of them what you will, but the guy remembers these things, man. And I couldn't remember this beer, and I bet you I only logged it a few months ago, maybe. Let me see. When did I seriously log this beer? Yeah, May 18th. There you go. Boom. Wow. You could have offered me $1 million and I'd still be broke because I could not have told you that. You know what I'm saying? But 8.7% ABV, 73 IBUs, and a 3.94.
That's pretty solid.
It sounds pretty damn solid to me. Double IPA bursting with juicy. There's no dank. Juicy tropical hop. Dankness. There is. It's there. Yes. Gotta love Rogue. Double IPA bursting with juicy tropical hop dankness. Yes, and it's tropical dankness too. Yeah, baby. That pays homage to Rogue's home base of Newport, Oregon. Awesome, man. So let me crack the can. You know, I really hate the thing I hate about cans is the obvious. We don't get near smoke. We can't put him in his place. We can't, you know, give him nightmares right now as he's sleeping, thinking about.
Joe, I think the key is you got to shake the can real good.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Without shaking the can, we can't quite get the smoke. And
You'll get plenty of smoke. You might even get a little fire.
Yeah.
I will give you. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. You can definitely get smoke out of a can. You could get similar results out of a bottle as well, but the can would definitely be better television, wouldn't it? We're not going for that right now. I'll take the more subtle can opening. But this is one of my favorite glasses, my Duval glass here, that I don't use as often as I should. But so I don't have to worry about taking a picture because I've already had it. So we'll do the tappa. Look at that. Boom.
Oh, it clears it,
Right.
right? Wow.
Clears right up.
We're doing the Earth one tap method,
Getting
man.
a shot when you got the clap. He clears right up.
First, Earth invented the tappa, and then he just invented the tap.
He should
You know what I'm saying?
He
But
should
the-
patent it.
He should patent it,
He
man.
really should.
This is so. Ooh,
I was going to say Clearasil, Mark, but you one-upped me.
the notes, man. Oh, a definite. Now it doesn't look like an East Coast IPA at all. They're calling this an Oregon, basically an Oregon West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the fruity notes on this beer, the fruity citrus notes on this beer are big. Yeah, like a tropical. I could buy into that. You get like a little mango-ish. Man, it just smells so fantastic. It does. Oh, and it's been out here the whole time we've been doing the show, so it is pretty close to room temperature now. Which I know a lot of people don't drink their IPAs that warm. I don't mind. It's still beer, you know. And now I'm absolutely tasting everything. I mean, you got to love the color. Look at that; still has a nice head to it. So you got some nice head retention to it. It's just a beautiful beer. Tastes fantastic. Has a real nice malt body to it. No charge.
Ooh, world class. That was world class.
That was world class, baby. Went a little low there at the end. You know, it was like, you know, yeah. That's veteran skills right there, man. You know. now Zach's probably really got that stuff down. I'm not quite the vet that you know.
Okay.
Hey, we got Sneaky Snake in there.
Sneaky Snake.
There's another conversation.
Slithering into the chat.
Salutations.
Salutations, exactly. Yeah, and we got Craig in there as well, and Coach showed up.
Coach is there, yeah.
And the last comment we had from Bobo was my dog farted. Now, dogs do fart. Do cats fart?
Oh, yes, they do. I can attest that, yes, cats do.
Okay, I thought I'd ask. Yeah, it's kind of. I don't think I've ever been around when a cat farts.
No, they don't fart as much as dogs, but when they do, it's...
They make it count, huh?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
We'll just leave it at that, right? Like it's when they do, it counts, right? They make it known.
Look at Sneaky Snake's little emojis there.
Hey, that's pretty damn good. I don't think we've had emojis that clever in the chat before. I think that's worth the screen share right there.
Yeah.
We have the salutations, and then we have here the dog pushing it out, and then the big green I don't know, what do you call that guy there?
He doesn't look too happy.
The victim. You call him the victim.
Oh, and then we got Hans on here, Gomez. Yeah, okay, I've seen him in there before. He says, I'm your fanboy. Yeah, he texted me earlier saying he was a fanboy earlier this week. And that scared me a little bit, but
as it would normally.
Check your locks. Just make sure.
Yeah, you know, someone texts you on your phone and says they're your fanboy. You're like, oh, okay. Are you all right? Are
It's like
you
two things?
like?
You're an actual fanboy, or is that what you call people that are fans of somebody?
Yeah, it's yeah, but that's cool to see him here. He did say he was a fan of the show and that sort of thing. So very cool, man.
Yeah.
Good. To...
Yeah, a little different than I'm your fanboy.
Yeah, it's. But I do remember seeing him in the chat before. So
yeah,
yeah, that kind of clears that. Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's all in the wording. Remember, Joe, when I sent you the email and told you how cool I thought you were, but I wanted to clarify. I was like, I'm not gay and blah blah blah.
Yeah. You know, the use of words is, you know, that at key times is you know, so yeah, good to see him here. I have a story, a little piece here, which is 10 fun facts about beer, which I thought would be kind of cool to go over real quick here. Whoops. Let me see here. So you got beer and beards. Any guy out there with a beard or a mustache can tell you that is a real challenge to drink beer. That aside, one such guy with a face full of hair, face full of hair discovered it is possible.
BS on that, I think. I don't think Zach has any trouble drinking beer with a beard.
Kick that ass hat off the fucking
internet. And the second fact is foam isn't so bad after all. Well, hello, right? Foam is actually a good thing for beer, right? But Zach?
Yeah, it just helps with the aroma.
Yeah, it helps with the aroma and you know, it keeps a lot of the flavors in the beer in some cases, right?
If you're getting foam, that means you're giving it a nice vigorous pour, which kind of opens the beer up a little bit. Too.
Yeah, it opens it all up.
Releasing carbonation.
Then you got number 3, the family resemblance between beer and pot.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
And we all know that, right?
Great combo.
That's probably that's like the whole light going off. We're gonna get our profits gonna pop in here pretty soon.
yeah, exactly. You start to, whoa, did someone call me? What? Taxidermy beer. A company in the United Kingdom came up with a beer that comes inside a dead animal.
Brewdog.
Of course, it's Brewdog. Puts their beer inside a bottle, which is fitted inside either a squirrel or a stoat.
That's a whole new definition.
What's a stoat?
Yeah, that's a mammal.
Is it really?
Yeah.
To their advantage, however, they have created a beer with the highest alcohol content in the world at a record 55% alcohol volume.
Like moonshine.
No, that's not the record.
What's the record now?
The record is 65. It's Brewmeister's Armageddon.
Oh my God!
I have the bottle, the truth, and it fucking cost me $150.
Oh my God!
For a 12-ounce bottle.
But to have a beer fitted inside a dead squirrel, I'm good.
Where do they find these dead squirrels?
Why? My question is why. Some of the things.
What end does it come out of?
Yes, there you go. Obvious question. What end are you sticking it in? Yes.
Yeah.
Which end do you pry open?
Yeah, that is crazy.
What does that bottle opener look like?
This cracks me up because they're showing this picture. It looks like beer bottles, but it's not. It's Dad's root beer. Oldest beer alive. The world's oldest drinkable beer was discovered in 2010 in Finland. It was found on a 19th century shipwreck, fully preserved. Due to fermenting, of course, it had a very acidic aftertaste. Scientists in Finland are working hard to figure out what the centuries-old concoction was so they can recreate it and sell it, of course. If they are able to figure out the recipe, they plan to call it shipwreck beer. And of course, the brand, brand the name and sell it too. Michael Jackson, Beer Hunter.
Yeah, he was quite he was insane.
Yeah, he was.
That was quite the beer mind right there.
Oh yeah, he was great.
Yeah, he was great. Absolutely. And then number 7 is H2O quality. Water is a crucial component in beer. You know, we don't talk about water enough. And water is something that you deal with a lot, right, Zach?
Yeah, if you guys want a quick history lesson, I can do it. Water, the different parts per million of the different minerals in your water can react differently as far as alkaline, the acidity of water, the sulfur content of water, how hard or soft the water is, react different to malts and hops. So, just for instance, we'll start with England to Ireland. Joe, what is a key component of coffee? Why? The darker it is, the more acid it has in it, right?
Yes.
So, you wouldn't want to brew a dark beer with a highly acidic water or a high alkaline water because that will just add to the dark malts. So when Ireland got tired of paying Great Britain tax, or England, whatever the hell they were calling themselves at the time, they finally decided, well, we can't make bitter beers and the typical English bitter. It wasn't turning out. So they ended up finding out that the water content in Ireland is a much softer water, which lends better to a stout, whereas the water in England is a harder water, so that's going to lend better to accenting hops. You'll get Burton-on-Trent, where like IPAs were kind of created, and then you get into extremely soft water, extremely soft water, which would be Pils in Czech Republic, which is the closest water in the world to distilled water.
Wow. Interesting.
And that is why, if you ever go to the Czech, you will never have another Pilsner like that, because the water, that beer was created around what that water could do. That's why there's different beer styles all through Germany, is because of the content of the water accents what that brew is, or the hops, or the malty, or any of that stuff. So, yeah.
Very cool, man. Wow. Thanks for letting us know that.
I got a question actually. Can you manipulate? I know you can do pH and pH up and pH down for the water to manipulate if you can like reverse osmosis. But
yeah, you can do an RO system, which would essentially take whatever water you have down to, if you program it in right, down to a 0, and RO you could go down to distilled water, and then you need to add your minerals to it, if it's magnesium, calcium, whatever it might be at that time. And there's not as many people that do it up here in Denver because we have a lot purer water. But I've met homebrewers from Georgia, for example, that the tap water in Georgia is not that high of quality.
Or Phoenix.
God's water here in Georgia.
Or Phoenix as well, man. Phoenix has got horrible water.
By the time it goes to some of these other cities, it's been through so many different aquifers and it's been treated. that it has a high chlorine content.
Yep.
And chlorine will show up in your beer. If you have when we opened, we dealt with you can tell when the city is flushing their system and just pumping a hard ton of chlorine in. And you can get filters that'll get most of that out as you flow. The homebrewers that I know that are down in Florida, Georgia, that kind of stuff that are really hardcore, they fill up their boil kettle or their hot liquor or whatever the day before and let that stuff naturally evaporate off for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see, this is this is what I'm talking about. We don't talk about water enough. And just from listening to Zach for the last couple of minutes, there's actually water matters a lot because it's the largest ingredient in beer, right? Is water.
Why do you think Coors is located where it is?
Yeah.
Coors owns all those water rights. I know Mark has been there. But if you ever go to the Coors factory, they bring in, that is real Rocky Mountain water that they're bringing in. Because they're right off of the river as it flows out of the mountain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I used to haul Coors
Yeah.
for quite a while back in the day. So, I mean, not exclusively, but that is one of the breweries I used to haul out of.
So yeah, if you've ever been to that brewery, they have a high importance on water. And water is a big deal because it will show.
And that's what I find so amazing about, and I hate to bring it up, but at the same time, it is pretty amazing because you can have a Budweiser, no matter where you have it, it tastes the same. You know, and they're brewing those beers in many different parts of the world, for Christ's sake, at this point, and they all taste very similar. You know.
And that's where you get into the water treatment that Tom was asking about, as far as you take and you strip everything out of that, and you put it back in. I think we even, a year or two ago, we were talking about that brewery. Where was it? In England or something that was using wastewater.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that. Yep.
What's the same thing? What's the difference really in whether the clouds and the environment do it, or a refinery does it, or some system does it? Isn't most water that we all touch all recycled water in some way?
In some way, it is. Yeah, we've talked about how they take water out of, that would be gray water, if you will, and they, filter it. What's the difference?
Water is really cool. There's a couple of great books written on it, but it's not the pretty topic. Everybody wants to talk about hops because they're fun and they're pretty and big flavor. Malts, this process you can see. Yeast even gets some attention because you're getting so much difference from different yeast. Water, nobody ever really cares, but I mean, beer is mostly water. So.
Yeah, it's what percentage would you say water is? 80%?
No, it's in the 90s at least.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say 96%.
Yeah, it's the biggest ingredient in beer. And so it's
basically, it's a carbonated tea, basically.
Okay, very well put. Very well put. Yeah, it is. It's basically a hop tea.
Mm-hmm.
Really, in a way, right?
Yeah. That's all you're making is tea. You're making real sweet tea, and then you're fermenting it. You could put tea. I mean, that's all kombucha is. It's fermented tea.
That's some good stuff.
Here's the assassin.
So that it's pretty cool, man. But we don't spend. It's funny because it's overwhelmingly the largest ingredient in beer, and in malt liquor for that matter, and we spend little to no time talking about it. I mean, practically no time on this show do we spend talking about water. And it's and that actually we'll spend time talking about why certain breweries are hop heads and why certain breweries are stouts and browns, and a lot of this is the reason why. They have to take advantage of where they're at, and they're not just brewing to their crowd, but they're brewing to the water in their area. Like they're brewing according to, and a lot of that is cost, because if you want to do what you want to with the water, that's cost, that's money, that's bottom line.
Oh yeah, I know. Putting an RO system in is not cheap at all.
Mhm.
But then, I mean, you're looking at, especially if you're a bigger brewery, to add this stuff. Though you're talking serious money.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That was a great subject right there. I mean, we should spend more time talking about water. That was a hell of a little education right there. And back to the list, we've only got a few here left. Building pyramids intoxicated. During the time when the Egyptians were building their massive pyramids, they actually drank beer more than they drank water. The level of bacteria in the water in Egypt was terrible, making it safer for more nourishing to drink and get drunk on beer instead.
Mhm.
Some were even paid by way of beer. We've talked about that part.
And that's another great one that, if you guys are ever back in Denver, I'd love to take you to Hogshead Brewing, because one of my favorite beer styles, I don't even give the complete great history yet. I'm trying to do a little justice on it. The English Mild, which is a fascinating style because, and English Steve at Hogshead can talk to you a lot more about it, but there was different varieties of it based on pre, post, and during war times. And that was due to the amount of ingredients available as well as time. But there, one was a little less alcohol, one was more alcohol, one was less, one was a little lighter, and those were beers that they could turn around in a couple of days. That they went out in the woods, put in a vat, it would ferment in 10 days or something. The water was clear and clean, and there's no bacteria in it, but it was only a couple of percent, and the whole family could drink it.
Interesting, man. That see, there's so much. This is what I love about beer, and I know wine has a lot of history as well, of course, but there's still something more unique to me about beer. Beer was used in a lot of ways, exactly like wines in these different cultures. This is very, very fascinating stuff. All this from a simple 10 things, 10 fun facts about beer list. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about these lists, man. Like you never know what you get out of them. So we've got number 9 on the list here. Let me share the screen here. Spit beer. This is a beer called, what is this? Chicha, or alternatively Peruvian spit beer. You guessed it, a beer partially made with human spit. Now, did anybody have that beer that was made with spit from Dogfish Head?
Yeah.
I remember having it as well. This method for making beer actually was used as early as the Incan era. Most of us know that the human mouth is one of the dirtiest parts of our bodies, which in cases of beer making is actually beneficial. The process is a strange one, but successful in producing needed malt nonetheless. People chew corn up and put it in the beer. The corn is soaked in a person's spit, and the combination of corn and saliva hence creates malt. This method is still practiced in areas such as Peru and produces a very bitter and sour tasting beer, and a popular one at that. So if you're ever in Peru, and you're having local beer in Peru, keep that in mind.
I'm
What's a
trying to
guinea
figure
pig?
it out.
You can have guinea pigs and
Oh.
spit beer.
Yeah.
Fuck. There it is. I'm gonna put in a message thing so you can share it, Joe. This is a brand new brewery that just opened week and a half ago here in Denver, Dos Luchas, which is that's what they specialize in. Granted, they're not doing it with spit, but it's the traditional corn style beer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, without being a Budweiser, right? Without being
Yeah, no, this
right.
is definitely different. It's interesting stuff for sure.
Let me see. So for thousands of years, Chichua and what is this, Poloque, were the two bright lights illuminating the way for brewers in the Americas, which lets you know South and North America and Central. Brewed from gluten-free ingredients, corn, and what is this, augmenel? These beers are rich in flavor and deep in history, with history. Little known in the U.S., Dos Lucas, did you call it?
Dos Lucas is how
Lucas?
I've heard it, yeah.
Looks to these traditions for inspiration and aims to explore the vast possibilities these truly American ingredients hold. Interesting, man. And this is in Denver?
Yeah, it's now the closest brewery to our brewery, actually.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, like by half a block.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
still, that's very close.
Yeah, I think they're 1 point, maybe 0.9 miles.
Oh, I'm intrigued. I'm
They're
intrigued
pretty
for sure. Now, we'll be there in a matter of months.
Yep,
Yeah,
2 months.
in October, and they should have their shit all going good. I know they do like a blue corn chicha that's supposed to be pretty cool.
Oh, I'm
They worked
intrigued.
with another brewery, and they put out like it's a purple Flanders, which was cool because like a Flanders red, but it was done in like this style, which was pretty cool.
I'm going to post the link in the chat room. That way it'll be there forever, really. So as we're talking about it, then, anybody that's watching the show in the future wants to check out their brewery, it's in the chat. So hopefully that link stays alive for as long as possible. That is very cool, man. Thanks for sharing that. I'm intrigued.
That might be a good one to visit, Joe.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, it'd be fun, and if you guys are going to be in the neighborhood anyways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I mean, well, October, yeah, we should be fine. From there, we could walk to. I mean, we could start at my brewery. But we could probably talk the old wife into dropping us off there, and then we could walk to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 breweries and 1 distillery.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
We could do it within 4
blocks. Yeah.
Well, you have to have a plan, at least, right? You have to have a plan to and that way you have a plan, and I
would dump you guys right at the light rail because the light rail's right there too. But we could make our last stop right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
right on the blue line or whatever it is, and that's down there next to the hotel. Yeah.
So the last one on the list here is number 10. Whoops. I'm still showing the, hold on a second here. There we go. So the last one on the list is number 10. Best beer ever. Curious to know what the best beer in the world is, according to beer lovers, which a lot of us are. It is West Burlington 12?
West Burlington
12, yeah.
Has an alcohol content of 10.2% and has been around since 1940. It is a dark beer variety, and it is said to taste like chocolate. Hello. There are apparently no labels on it, and it has a yellow cap, which is what sets it apart from all the others. It can only be purchased where it is brewed by monks in Belgium at a monastery. Apparently, a line of cars that stretches for miles will be there to purchase it at a pretty much any given moment. On rare occasions, they have exported the beer to other countries and sold it for up to $85 per 6-pack. The sales didn't take but a few minutes, and before the monks knew it, they had a new roof for the monastery as they intended. Anybody had that beer? I have not. I know that.
Yeah.
You've had it.
Yeah, we've had it.
It's about.
I mean,
it's a great beer, but it's all about the hype. And I mean, isn't the best beer the one that's in your hand during the journey?
Yeah, hey, you know, right now, the best beer for me is out of Newport, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you have to be into Belgian beer for it. It's a great beer, no doubt. But that's like saying, is Pliny the Elder really the best IPA? It depends on the day.
Yeah, it depends on the day, on the moment in that day.
What is it? The Rothsford 10 or 12 is just as good.
Oh, yeah, the 10, yeah.
The one that Jerry puts under his floorboards.
Yeah, under his floorboards, for Christ's sake, that he got for $1.
It's almost just like that beer.
What a brat.
Quad, but yeah, they did all that shit.
I love to hate on Neri forever for that, buying those beers. What he bought, like 52 of them, Mark, or 54?
Yeah, that was just wrong.
And I don't blame him. I cannot blame him on so many levels, but I still will hate on him forever for it.
That's right.
And he has it with tuna pizza, for Christ's sake. I mean, how many of us have had tuna pizza?
Is it like a poke pizza, like a raw tuna, or
no? It's cooked, I think.
Like albacore out of a can.
Yeah. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like Starcast tuna.
No, it's not. No, not when you're in like the fish capital of like the world. I mean, I've
had a poke like ahi tuna tostada, and it was great.
Yep. Yeah. It's the same thing. It was like a thing.
I've never had a poke.
We got to back up a little bit because Earth's in the chat and he says he's had it, but he got dark fruits and chocolate.
Yeah, it's imagine like
dark fruits and not chocolate.
Like imagine a quad. I mean, any quad is going to be similar to that. In my eyes.
Really complicated. Lots of dark fruit, date, and
big dates.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
There's so many. Right now, are you kidding me? There's 7,000 breweries in the United States alone. Just United States. All those breweries are. Let's just to put a number on it, producing at least 5 beers. Okay, they're way more than that, but at least 5 to put a minimal number on it. How many beers is that to say that there's the greatest in the world? And that's just the United States, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably 50, 60,000 different beers made in the world.
Yeah,
between all the breweries and.
Oh, I was gonna say I think it's above 200,000.
Yeah, I mean, whatever the number is, it's ridiculous. And to say that there's a best of, I mean, you're going to come up with a list, and so you're going to have to say, right? I mean, at the time, okay, he produced this, or whoever made this list, made it on August 4th, which was Saturday, which was today. They made it at noon today in the United States, this list. So at noon, that's the beer that he thought was the fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was it. You know, I mean,
Exactly.
you know, like you have to call it. And so, you know, if I put you on the spot right now and I'm like, best beer you've ever had in your life right now, Zach, what is it? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna give me a name. Like that's, you know.
That's a good question there.
Dog bite lager, I think. Right, Tom?
Yeah, dog bite lager. Exactly. I've had enough of this stuff where it's the best beer I can remember, for Christ's sake, because I'm drunk. Okay, like I am feeling the effects of the dog bite. You know. Yeah. Oh, here we
Before I
go.
have to go, we've got to go over this one.
Yeah, we might have a beer now. Zach kind of trumped us, if you will. We might have a beer that we have to go over here. Wait, what is
Yeah.
this?
Slightly needs to be touched on.
Underwear models.
So we have vagina beer made with essence of hot underwear models goes on sale.
Yeah.
Wow.
For the first time. So
I smell
don't-
I smell a show title coming.
Yeah.
yeah. Wow. Okay. So a beer made from the vaginal
Vaginal.
lactic acid of hot underwear models has gone on sale in Poland. The vagina beer has been launched by a brewery known as the Order of Yanni, which is pretty close to Bum's beer, right?
Yeah.
Or who had the no, it was Tom had the yaks, right?
Yeah. Don't blame me for this.
Yeah, Yanni is the what is a Sanskrit word for female genitals. So Yanni, really? Isn't there a musician called
Yeah,
Yanni?
the artist Yanni. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
a so-called musician called Yanni.
So his name is actually Vagina. So he's the kitty cat of artists. Is that the way that works?
Yeah.
So
Customers
customers can now buy the beer and taste essence, right? So you can taste the essence of the good-looking models at various pubs after its debut on July 28th in the city of whatever in the hell how you say that name. The brewery's website, Colorful, describes the sensations customers might expect from the beer, saying, imagine, quote, right? Imagine the woman of your dreams, your object of desire, her charm and sensuality, her passion. Oh, that's not suggestive.
Now,
Wow.
now, Joe, if you look at that, that's from the Mirror, which I assume is the Daily Mirror of London, one of the biggest tabloid UK
It's like the
garbage
Onion.
magazines out there. So take it for what you will.
It is a real beer. Like I have heard of people actually getting. Do you remember in Rogue? I don't know how good the artist was.
The
Remember
beard
when
beer.
Rogue put out the beard beer.
Yep.
I think this is kind of the same thing, except for it has a little bit more crouching or squatting involved.
Now, this is interesting, man. So you got a vaginal beer. Now they're talking about hot models. They don't say what they mean by hot models. Hot models could just be, you know, BBWs that are like sitting in 115-degree Phoenix weather.
Oh, no. Could mean a lot of different things.
I mean, we don't know what they mean by hot models.
Yo, what is that like? I mean, is it just over a trough?
That would change people's vision sometimes. Imagine the hot model.
I mean, they're hot, and you're still getting the essence. Now, I would imagine as a brewer, Zach, you would need as much material, if you would, as possible to brew a beer to get the essence of something. So you wouldn't. How much material, figuratively, are you going to get from the essence of the underwear of skinny models? You kind of need a big full-figured model, don't you? Like you get more essence out of a full-figured gal than you would a little skinny one.
Not necessarily.
You know, you know, and there's more bits, if you will, to capture said material.
Well, the funny thing that it all ties into is that there were past studies before this came out that beer is actually the same pH as those two, and they believe that is why
Makes sense.
men are typically very drawn to beer, and trying to think of what you can.
The essence of women. So beer is
they're actually the same pH.
Yeah. This has to be Googled, I swear.
So that's why they say when you taste beer, you got to put your nose in it and kind of move it around a little bit.
Yes.
You talk about
Let it sit on your tongue a little bit. Savor it. Roll it around.
Yes. Yes.
I can just see Pam staring across the room at Mark right now.
Take a nice, easy breath. Yeah.
Yes.
breath and go back in.
The Order of Yanni. Dude, I swear to God, you're never going to think of Yanni the same again. Oh, Earth has a good one. pH in this case meaning pretty hot.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very well. Golf clap.
Is it moist?
Golf
I
clap.
think so. Depends.
That deserves a golf clap and a dilly dilly, actually. That was very well done.
I'm going to get back to the anniversary and have some.
Are you going to try to get to some of the pH yourself there, my friend?
I'm going to get it one way or not, and it'll be.
Are you going to get to the essence? Is that, yeah.
He's going to pH himself.
Yeah, he's going to. Hey, thanks, Zach, for jumping in, man. I really appreciate it, man. That was good times as always, my friend.
Have a good one.
All right, man. Peace out.
See you, Zach.
So I'm gonna get to this website really quick, man, because here is the website, my friends. The Order of Yanni. You must be of legal drinking age to enter this site, 18 plus or plus 21 in the USA. We have to keep that in mind. A lot of these countries, you only have to be 18 to drink. So this is what the essence looks like. It's a dark beer. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Any comments, Joe, from that?
That just goes further to my BBW description there, my friend. But
I'd like to know, like, how many women were used in this? Like, how many women were?
Yes.
Like, what?
Oh, here's models. We've got Monica.
Yeah.
So that dude, believe. Okay. Believe this if you want. So this is. She will be bottled soon. So they're all in on this one, man. They are all in. And here's Paula. All right. And she will be bottled soon. So, but the beer is for sale now. And so Paula will be
batch.
So the initial batch
from Helga and
exactly right. Yeah.
Esmeralda.
Yes. And Loretta. And I know about Loretta, and Loretta's kind of So imagine woman of your dreams, your object of desire, her charm, her sensuality, her passion. Try how she tastes, feel her smell, hear her voice.
Her
Now, her essence. Imagine her giving you a passionate massage and gently whispering anything you'd like to hear. Now, free your fantasies and imagine all of that can be closed in a bottle of beer.
Oh my God.
Do I even need to go farther into this description? This is ridiculous.
No, you don't, Joe, but she does.
Yes, she does.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, in the second paragraph, I'll read this really quickly to you. We, the Order of Yanni, have prepared technology making creation of such unique beer possible. The beer containing quintessence, right? The quintessence of femininity, right? The technology enabling materializing her loveliness, gracefulness, and character, giving you the possibility of conversation, of that didn't translate well, I imagine, of tasty beer into a date with real goddess, right? Of a date with the real goddess. So,
Are you supposed to feel sexy drinking this beer?
I don't know.
Am I still drinking a beer at this point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Exactly. Yeah.
What am I doing?
What's happening here?
No, if the bartender asks you how it tastes, what do you say? You know what I mean?
I know what's happening on my end.
You're lucky Bobo in here. That's all I
Bobo.
gotta say. And then Johnny Mac, I love that comment because he's like, all I'm having is a Sierra Nevada IPA, gents. Like,
Boom.
you know, my beer ain't really holding up next to that one. Yeah, Earth says I will take these in small batch. I take these will be in small batch. Right? Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is too much, man. I gotta give them that. They're all in. They are all in on this beer. I'll give them that. And it's called the Order of Young. I have to see if this is available in my area. I'm
Probably not.
I'm sorry. I have to see if this is available. Let me go to Google.
You need to be trying out Paulina. Where Paulina at?
What this is hilarious to me, man. What are they calling it? The Order of Yanni, right? I mean, that's just what it's called, right? But, yeah, I think so. It's the Order of Yanni. Yeah, it's just the Order of Yanni. So let me go to Total Wine. Let's just see if Total Wine has it. I mean, they
call Total Wine. Is Paulina there?
Yeah.
Paulina beer.
Yeah, is Paulina beer? Right? Exactly. Were you born before this date? Yes, I was born before this date. Let me see. The beer of Yanni, is that what I said? Let me see. So
probably not, Joe.
Yeah, no results. They have Tiger.
All right, well, there you go.
That's as much as you need to know. Okay, I typed that in. They didn't have that, but beers that are suggested, one of the first ones is right here on the list, my friends, Tiger. That tells you everything you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do have a bottle of this Zwijk or whatever it is, Vike beer. I think that's actually a Polish beer. But I did pick it up because I think it was. But yeah, Tiger and that beer are boom listed as beers to buy right there. So, well, thanks to Zach for sharing that one with us. Earth says, if you visit the brewery, do they give you a tour of the process.
Here's our hot mash process.
Yeah, here's our hot mash process. Now, I hate to go there, Mark, but we do have someone of the other persuasion present with you.
You want the boss's opinion?
Would the boss? Could the boss be persuaded to give up her essence and bottle it?
She said no.
That was an easy answer, huh? So you know.
Yeah. No essence.
Yeah. Now
No essence for you.
This is another question. Would any of us in the room, could we be persuaded perhaps to give up our essence for bottling?
That is a great question, John.
How much are they paying?
Would Bum, could we persuade Bum to have a beer not just named after you, not just brewed by you, but brewed of you?
That contain my essence?
Your essence. The essence of Bum.
Boy, that is a hard
That's
question.
a show title. That's a show title. Right?
There you go. I would allow it if no harm to humanity could be done.
No animals were harmed in the making.
Yeah. If no harm could be done to anybody by it, I would allow it.
Oh my goodness, man. This is crazy. This is where we're at. Bottled instinct. Yes.
No, Joe, I got a question for you. Now, since that beer it seems like it's how can I say, it's marketed to the male industry.
Yeah.
Would we market to the woman industry?
No, you're probably still marketing to the male industry. There's a whole nother side to this male industry.
I got Mark over here. Marcelo, drinking Marcelo.
And in me and Er's case, there's a whole other side that would love to have the essence of Big Bear, if you know what I'm saying.
You're not talking about Big Bear malt liquor.
I'm just saying they would call it Big Bear beer. That would be the BBB.
Oh, that's horrible.
Which gets back to my BBW, which is there's more material, if you would.
So Joe, what is this BBW to which you refer? I've never heard that expression before. I've never heard that. What does BBW stand for? I've never heard that.
It can be used in many ways. The best way possible is big beautiful woman.
Oh.
No kidding. Never heard that term before, Joe.
And it just run a Google on BBW and find. Let's see what you get.
Whole lot of goodness.
3 letters in your Google search, and you'll get various.
So what you're saying is, had I done this before, typed in those 3 letters into Google, I would know what it means.
Yes, you'll get an education. Yes, instant. Yes.
Thank you, Joe. I never knew what those letters meant.
Yeah.
We don't want it. Are we going to have a BBW report right after the malt liquor report?
Yeah, that'll be following. Just make sure it's a W, my friend, and not a C.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, I have seen combinations of those BBC and BBW.
Yeah, there's a BBC that is an actual television network. That's not
Yes.
a bad deal, but there's also another BBC that
Unfortunately.
Yes.
that some of the people that would buy the Big Bear beer would be into. You know, just-
Oh man.
You walk by the store and you see something and I don't know. Go over there.
So there's now we've got Rod J back into the show. Yeah, he says definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not a C. Yeah. Earth says, what a rabbit hole. This rabbit hole it's not really a rabbit hole, it's a crater. This one is not. And do you see what Zach did? He just kind of created it and was like, yo, I gotta go. It's my anniversary. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? He actually steered us right off the rails, and then, all right, my job is done. I'm out. Like he Costanza'd us, man. You know?
Oh, George, I freaking love George Costanza.
Right?
He's a hell of a guy.
He Costanza'd us, man. Like Costanza, you know, if you remember, he was trying like crazy to know when to, like, you know, say the line and walk out. He was like trying to master that, you know, and Zach,
you think they'd ever come back with another Seinfeld?
no.
You don't think they'd ever come back?
And they better not. They better not.
You wouldn't want it?
No. There's shows that are I heard that, and I was never a huge fan of this show, but I've heard they're thinking about bringing back Elf. Now, there was huge fans of Elf. Elf was a cult for some people. Mm-hmm. I never got into Elf. Never. Absolutely never did. Yeah. But I know that you want to talk about fanboyism, there's definite fanboyism for Elf. And they're thinking about bringing it back, and people are like, please no. Like, it was perfect the way it was. Leave it alone. Like MASH. I wasn't a huge MASH fan. My mom was, and so I watched a lot of it because my mom was a MASH fan. Don't redo shows like that again.
You can't bring back MASH because it took place in a time period. So
yeah,
right.
I just think Seinfeld would be a different comeback because, like, all the characters together have their own, like, aura. You know what I mean? Like the way they act together, it's like it's magnificent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. When Seinfeld, it's like, yep, I'm watching Seinfeld. This is the characters.
Hey, I have a good idea for a reboot. Different strokes, except Todd Bridges would be the only one still alive.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Yeah. I just. Yeah, MASH, not North Korea. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. That's what's funny. Yeah, Rod says this is prime material for Bobo. Is he gone? I'm like, oh, he's gone. He's gone. And if he watches the repeats of the show, he's got to be like kicking himself right now because we gave him all the material in the world. We do this a lot. Like, he's in there for the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
And then he slowly, like, leaves, and he's in the chat, so we never really quite know when he leaves, but he's gone pretty early, I think. In that first hour, I think, actually. Mm-hmm. So, and actually, all the good stuff happens after he leaves.
He wreaks havoc early.
So if he was a sport team, he'd be like the first half kind of team.
Yes, he'd be that.
In the fourth quarter, Bobo ain't nowhere. Good luck.
Yeah, fourth quarter, Bobo's gone. Yeah,
you better score enough points in the first half to win.
Yeah, dude, but to your point, though, like, a lot of those shows just shouldn't be remade, you know, because they come back. It's very rare a show or a movie, for that matter, could come back and be at least just as good.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't happen. The only thing that it happens with is games. Games have managed to make a version 2, a version 3, a version freaking 13, for Christ's sake, and it's better than version 1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gaming is the only thing like that. And that's why gaming is blown up the way it has. It's the only thing that they can make a version 7 of, and you're looking forward to it. In movies and TV shows, very, very rarely can do that. Very rarely. And I think actually the more the time goes on here, I think TV series have an even harder time doing it, because the time period that a show starts and the time period that, I don't know, let's say a show started 5 years ago. That show started 5 years ago, it'd be a lot different than it is now, just because of the climate that it's in now versus
it's a show that's reflective of its times.
Exactly. And those, so Seinfeld, even as politically correct as it was back then, like you can watch a lot of Seinfeld shows and it still would be pretty much correct now, but not in a lot of ways. It's way off.
I mean, 20 years, there's a lot to change in 20 years.
And especially now. So just some of that magic wouldn't be there. And then if you're going to use the same actors. Yeah.
I live near an airport.
Okay.
Like, it's like a mile and a half away. It's like a smaller airport with private planes.
Yeah, we can hear it.
I didn't realize, because it usually shows the green dots when there's noise, the sound. But I didn't know I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Yeah, no, we can hear it. But that's I don't think and then you got the actors. If you're going to use the original actors, the actors are older now. And just from watching how they interact with each other when Jerry does his show, I don't know how much you watch drinking coffee, comedians in cars with coffee or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you watch of it, but each one of them has now been on the show with him. I think Elaine was one of the last ones not to. And now that when she was on with Jerry, you want to talk about wanting that more, because their interaction together is magic. Their interact is like it makes you wonder why that ever stopped. But seeing George on or what's his name?
Jason
something, right? Yeah, Alexander. Yeah. Seeing him again, and then the character that, of course, played Kramer. Seeing him again, they're different people now, man. They're different. They're at a different point in their life, and so that now they're successful as opposed to trying to get to there. Now now they're 20 years past being successful.
You know what they'll do, Joe? Remember that one show they were finding their own characters for their own show?
Yeah.
Those people.
Yeah, I mean,
it'd be good. I'm just kidding, but
so you just kind of wonder, some of these shows when they redo them, they're just not quite as good. I mean, look how quick a run Roseanne had, for Christ's sake. I mean, that went off the rails quick.
Well, I wonder what caused that.
Right, but that's kind of my point, is that now you have other things other than just the show that factor into stuff.
Yeah.
And so, before it was literally just a show. And if the tabloids happen to catch the lead actor from a particular show being drunk or doing something kind of crazy.
She was probably doing the same stuff back then.
Oh, she was.
There was a Twitter account.
Yeah, there's nothing has changed about Roseanne. She's always been that person. It's just that now there's Twitter, and now there's an even hyped reaction to Twitter. Why anyone would be on Twitter is beyond me, but that's beside the point. I mean, there's all these other factors that factor into a show, right? It just and you know what, Seinfeld, Jerry was a master at just putting basic language into his contract. And so just I forget what the few words were that enabled him in now 20 years later to have all the rights to all the digital content.
Wow.
And that's what's made him, I think it was something like in all other future forms or something, that there was one little line that he added to his contract back then when the internet and everything was basically getting started. You had BBCs actually, but you know, the BBSs, I'm sorry, BBSs, that were kind of right before WWW. And I used to kind of tinker with it back in those days. It was kind of fun to be a little bit of a geek back then. So, but in any case, the internet wasn't what it is now. And so for everything to be digital and everything now, and for him to have had the foresight to think about in all other forms or something that he put in his contract, which gave him the rights that he has now, because you can't just get Seinfeld. You have to, he has very tight control over it. Him and another unique person was Prince. Prince was like that with his music. It's
which they're still arguing about after his death.
Yeah.
But that's gonna take a long time to settle.
A long time.
Yeah.
But those kind of thinkers were Jerry was a master of it. And it wasn't until he finally let Hulu have his content, and I think he's thinking about maybe letting Netflix have it finally.
Yeah.
But he keeps tight control over Seinfeld, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's the only reason I have Hulu. If Seinfeld were to leave Hulu or were to ever be on Netflix, I'm done with Hulu. I'll let that go in a heartbeat.
Yeah. You're paying your $10 a month for Jerry, basically.
I literally am paying $13 a month for Seinfeld because that's all I really. I'll watch some of their series. I've watched some of Hulu's series just because I'm paying for it, not because I really wanted to watch them, but just because I'm already paying for it. But yeah, if Seinfeld were to leave Hulu, there's nothing else on Hulu I watch. I watch Hulu strictly for Seinfeld, commercial free. Yeah. I love that part of Hulu though. They've gotten way better this past 12 months, I'd say, at syncing everything together. They've gotten really good, just like Netflix has. So I can watch something right here, right now, stop it, and as I paused it right here on the computer, as quickly as I could grab this remote for my Apple TV and turn it on right here on my TV right next to me, I could replay it right there. I mean, Netflix is that good at it, and so is Hulu. Hulu has gotten it that down packed. They are really good at that now, but they were horrible before. But yeah, they have gotten it down packed now for sure. And what I like about Hulu is that you can get their content commercial free. So if you have a favorite show that you like watching, it's mostly, I think Hulu is mostly for, just to give you a cord cutting kind of update, I think Hulu is mostly for people that like to watch mainstream TV. And you don't necessarily get to watch it live. It's kind of a built-in DVR, if you will, because they'll have all your shows the next day. And they have that commercial free option, so you can watch everything on there commercial free. So that's what I like about
night
it.
shows. I noticed that, like Saturday Night Live and all those types of things, like night shows, like they'll update very quickly.
Very quickly, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That like a show could be on right now, for instance. Right now, it could be on prime time in your area right now, and you'll watch it tomorrow on Hulu. It'll be on Hulu tomorrow. Especially if it's on any major network, most of them they have, and it'll be on Hulu tomorrow.
I got a question for you, Joe. Have you watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I haven't. I know about it, but I haven't watched it.
It's the most awesome, inappropriate show you ever watch. Like when you watch it, you understand. It's
What I like about Seinfeld is you always get even now, I still get with anybody that's, what would you have to be? Maybe at least in your 30s. But anybody, you still get this Friends Seinfeld debate. It's always been this debate. To me, I kind of end the debate by saying, well, Friends had to get marketed by Seinfeld. I mean, there was a lot of people from from Friends on Seinfeld to help Friends get going, to help Friends get the ratings and get where they're at. There was a lot of people from Friends on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Wasn't the dentist on Friends? The dentist in Seinfeld?
I'm not even familiar with. I'm familiar with the main actors from Friends. I didn't watch Friends, so I don't know all the actors from Friends.
Was that Bruce Mahler, Tom?
I don't know my name, but for some reason, face I can see him in Friends.
The dentist from Seinfeld was your boy from Breaking Bad, wasn't he?
How was it?
Was he from Breaking? I haven't watched Seinfeld in a while, but I can just picture his face.
Yeah, the dentist from.
I can't think of him now.
And he became Jewish, and he started giving all the Jewish jokes, and that's your boy from Breaking Bad.
Is that Bryan Cranston? Yeah, Bryan Cranston.
Was that his name? I don't remember his name.
The main character in Breaking Bad.
The main character. Yep. He was the dentist on Seinfeld. Yep. I'm pretty sure, right?
I don't know. I
So
don't think it was.
let's see what Google knows. Seinfeld dentist.
Yeah, and Rajay says, and the dad was Malcolm in the Middle.
It was him.
Yeah.
Wow. He plays a very good character.
And then the Costanza's dad, of course, was on King of Queens for years.
Yep, it is. What's his name?
You want to think about the perfect matches ever. Okay, the perfect. I love what they did with the Costanzas, and that's the parents, that is, because initially, George's dad wasn't George's dad. He was a different character, and they switched him. When they switched him to the character that we all know as George's dad now, that was genius, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. It was genius because, and then he went on to do King of Queens, and he was really good on King of Queens as her dad.
Who, Jerry Stiller?
Is it Jerry Stiller, right? Yeah. Because he's what's his name's father, right?
Stiller's father.
Ben Stiller, right?
Oh, Ann Mira's husband and Ben Stiller's father. Yeah.
Yeah, and Estelle Costanza is, dude, just hearing their two voices, you know who it is. Like, you automatically know who they are. And especially the character that played Estelle, the mom, you know that's George's mom. The voice, they would have her voice and his voice on a lot of episodes, and you didn't have to see them. They were that polarizing a character. They were that, like, you just, especially her voice. Her voice was like, oh my God, you didn't have to. When you think about the episode where George had his fiance, and his fiance had that doll collection, and they would show the doll that looked just like his mom, and they would just have her voice. What are you looking at? What are you doing? What are you doing, George? And in that voice was enough. Like, her voice was so perfect. You know what I'm saying? And you knew
it's almost
who it
like
was.
They could have had their own show by themselves.
I bet you they thought about it. I bet you they thought about it.
Yeah.
His voice, when he gets riled up, his voice is
Yeah, because there was whole episodes devoted to. There was large parts of episodes, at least, that were strictly on George's dad, on the Costanzas.
Oh yeah. Well, the whole Festivus thing. I mean, that was mostly George's dad, wasn't it?
That is my closing argument to anybody that wants to argue to me about Friends. I'm like, what show other than like Star Trek or anything like that
has their own holiday?
Has their own holiday. I mean, come on. There's no what sitcom? I'll put it that way. What sitcom has its own holiday, has its own everything else
Mm-hmm.
that's on a similar level as like a Star Trek or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's next to no other show anymore. There was a lot of people that were really into MASH. When MASH was on, there were some people really hardcore into MASH. MASH has over the years kind of gone away with the baby boomers. Like it's a baby boomer show, and that's its era. But Seinfeld has been reborn with the oh my god, how did I forget the name of this latest generation? The millennials, right? The millennials have really picked up with Seinfeld and really taken off with it. I've met several millennials that are really into Seinfeld, so and which I love because I like to watch Seinfeld.
But I think millennials are more prone to tossing something aside once they're done with it.
Sure, but it's one of those shows that you could just easily, very very easily come back to. Like,
oh yeah, it's a great show. Great show.
It's a very bingeable show. Like you can keep it on the background, just play it all day.
You just and that's what it is for me. Like I earlier I was like, well, I'm actually in the middle of a project right now, and so when I finish this, I'll go back to putting this little piece of furniture that I bought together. But while I was doing that, I put on Seinfeld. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to watch it. I just put on Seinfeld and was playing it, and I don't know.
Isn't that awesome? It's almost like music. You feel it.
Oh,
yeah. And actually, like music, now all this ties in because we drink beers and we either watch TV and whatever that may be on our TVs, or we listen to music. And I was telling Mark in the pre-show, I just bought another new cord. I have an Xbox, and I bought a digital optical cable. It's different than your digital coax cable. I bought a really good quality digital optical cable, hooked that up, and hooked that into my AV receiver, and switched the settings in the Xbox to output the audio through that cable instead of the HDMI. Oh my God, kids. The difference in the audio is amazing. Not just for music, but for my gaming. I did probably 3 or 4 hours of gaming with this, and the sound stage of everything just got, like I was telling Mark, it went from this to that. I mean, it went from this to that. So it's the easiest way to kind of visually describe it. The sound stage, the presence that everything has. The movies that I watched last night were that much bigger. I love to watch all the Bourne series. I love Bourne. They almost cannot make enough Bourne series for me. Like I don't care how bad everyone else would say they are. As a fanboy of that series, it's kind of like what's that car series where the guy died not too long ago and they still keep making? They're like on
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. There are diehard Fast and Furious fans, and I don't know what are they on now? Fast and Furious 13 or something. I don't know what they're on. But I'm like that. I think Bourne should just keep going and going and going. Like they should just keep making more of those. I love it. I'm kind of like a Bond guy for Bourne, right? But I mean, I watched some of those movies again, and
you were born for Bond, right?
Yeah, I'm a Bourne for Bond. Yeah, it's I like that series. I like those kind of movies, right? Those like super fast action and just lots of stuff happening, explosions, and the sound stage of those movies just got that much more dynamic. I mean, it's just boom. Is it crazy with one cable? It's crazy. It's a lot of fun. What
cable is that again?
The digital optical cable. Let me see if I can show instead of vagina beer here. Let me pull up the Xbox One X,
Hey Joe, do you
inputs.
play Fortnite at all? Have you played Fortnite?
I for the life of me have never been able to get into what you call it, mobile gaming. I have not been able to get into it at all since its inception. I don't know. It doesn't interest me at all. But so here would be the back of. Let me see. Let me present this to everybody. So here would be the back of a. Oof, God, that is small, isn't it? This would be the.
What's the name of the connection? What kind of connection is it?
That's what it is. It's the. Let me. Here we go. See, that's what it is. It's the. Here we are. The the PDIF, but it's
Yep.
your digital optical input or output.
Are you hooking up that through your stereo system?
Yes,
Also,
or your TV,
receiver.
or your TV, depending on how you have it, how you have your system hooked up.
Yeah.
But oh my God, the sound difference was incredible. The Xbox already puts out a really good Dolby Pro Logic sound because of the they have a real good sound anyway because they have that nice Dolby 7.1 surround. As much as I love Apple, they don't have that yet. They only go 5.1. Xbox goes 7.1, which makes a huge difference. And then when you're putting it out to this connection for your audio, it just does that much better a job. It's really, really incredible. So to anybody that already has an Xbox or already has a device, period, maybe you have a CD a CD player, or any other device that can use a that type of connection. It's one cord. That's all it is. And oh my God, the difference from your regular HDMI to using a digital connection like that is incredible. I mean, at least I can hear the difference. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not everybody can, and that's something that we have to really, accept about each other. Just like with beer, like I can have a beer, and maybe Bum has the same beer, and we have a similar experience, and then Tom has a beer and is like, "Whoa, dude, what are you talking about? Like, this beer was fantastic. It was phenomenal. You didn't get this, you didn't get that." And I didn't get it at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where, we have different palates, we have different tastes, and same thing with your hearing. It's all senses, right? And some of us pick up different things. But that's what's great about having a beer and talking about it all, because I can show you really quick the cable that I bought, and then you kind of know what it looks like. Maybe that'll help you.
I'm just wondering what kind of connection it is, because my TV recently, I gotta change the. It's like 3 motherboards on it. But the HDMI's got pushed in. It's like one of those shitty HDMI boards on the TV.
Oh,
All 3 of them pushed in.
wow.
Yeah, it's an LG. So I gotta take it out the back and put it's a little small little motherboard, but it's kind of a pain in the ass.
So here's the cable that I bought, and that's what the end of it looks like.
What is that? What's the name of that end?
It's a digital optical audio cable. That's the name of it. But not expensive, as you can see here. It's actually cheaper for the 6 foot than the 7 foot, than the 3 foot. I mean, but a dollar cheaper, if you will. But so I got the 6 foot, as you can see, and I just purchased it. I got it Friday. Oh my God, what a difference! A beautiful cable, really good quality, and you can see they actually show it hooked up to that input on the Xbox. So that's another way to show it to you right there. See, that's the back of the Xbox right there. And it can only plug in one way. You kind of have to rotate it to to figure out which way it needs to go in, but it can only go in one way. And once it does, it goes in super easy. And that's it. And then there's a setting inside the Xbox, or I would imagine any device that you would hook this up to. There'll be a setting where you can set the audio to go through that. So let's say you have a CD player that has one of these connections, or you might actually have a digital coax, which looks a lot like an RCA cable, but it's not. It'll look exactly like it, but it might be, what do they mark, orange or something? I think they're orange or not quite yellow. They're kind of orangey, I think. Anyway, the connection for that it'll look like an RCA, but it's not. It's actually another form of digital connection. So when you can use those connections, there's typically a setting in that device, whatever device that may be, to switch that over to that and tell that device that, hey, I want the audio to go through this. When you do, man, oh my God, the difference in the sound can be incredible. So let's say you had this hooked up to your TV. My TV is a very inexpensive TV. It's not a super crazy TV, but it's one of those cheaper, higher quality 4K TVs. So I didn't pay a lot of money for it. One of those TVs that like had some decent features and had some really good things like that about it, but was only like $600 at the time. You know what I'm saying? I scored on a really good, high quality 4K TV for inexpensive price, and it has that connection into it. So let's say all I had was my Xbox hooked to my TV. What you could do to maximize that soundstage, as we know, headphones. Like headphones, a lot of times can give you, a lot of good quality for a cheaper price instead of getting into all this audio gear. Maybe you get a headphone amplifier and have that connected to your headphones, and then that way you can really hear all your audio from your TV so little things like that might help. But it is definitely a lot of fun. It has been a lot of fun playing around with it the last 2 days. So a little tidbit information as we go out here, guys. Thank you to Rod J and Earth, and Bobo showed up again, and a couple old friends of the show that we haven't heard from a long time. Hans, thank you for jumping in. Sneaky Snake, which reminds me of Prickly Pete from the Seinfeld episode I just watched, where George was trying to get the Frogger machine. If you remember, he had the high score of Frogger. It was one of the last. It was actually the last season of Seinfeld. Anyway, we have head coach that jumped in. Neary jumped in for a few moments, and I'm sure he's.
You watched the show for 5 minutes and put him to sleep. So
yeah, we put him to sleep. Yeah, he's like, them bums. They can't hang with they can't hang with my smoke. My smoke. I don't know why I go to Russian accent for him. My smoke is too great for him. They cannot hang with my smoke. Neary, for anybody that doesn't know Neary, he talks nothing like that. But that's my accent for him. He couldn't be more opposite of that. But that is my accent for him.
That's how he buys his beer.
That's how he buys his beer. I want to buy all your rocks for 12, damn it. All your 8s and your 10s. I want to buy them for $1, and that is it.
They must take it.
Yes. You can only get this beer for $1 here in Holland or in Kentucky. That is it. Yes, so thank you to everybody that jumped in. Michael, man, we had a bunch of people at God of War. Really productive or really crazy chat today. So thank you to everybody that shows up. What was the show title again, Bum? What do we have?
Oh, that came from the pre-show. I can't remember what it was now.
Well, we had there's a few of them in here, right? We have
you have one on the beer, right?
The essence of
Essence of bum? No.
That is another one, isn't it? The essence of bum. The bum beer is the essence of bum. I mean, come on. What, I mean, that just says it all right there, doesn't it?
If you want to make that the show title, that's fine.
That is awesome. Anyway, for those of you that might be a little intrigued by having a few beers with me and Mark when we go to Denver, we are going that very first weekend in October. You're more than welcome to jump in on that trip. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be in the south part of Denver there in the what basic area was that again?
Denver Tech Center.
The Denver Tech Center. So we have our hotels and flights booked. We are all booked and locked and loaded, ready to go. I'm pretty much probably going to buy my tickets at the door. I don't know. Should I pre-buy them or what?
I don't know. I don't know if they go up or not, but yeah, I mean,
If you learned your lessons last
it's like
year,
$30 for the whole all 3 days or whatever, so that's not too bad.
if you learned your lessons last year from a GABF, just ask for tickets before in front of the door.
Yeah.
Right? There's always somebody asking for a ticket.
That's true. Yeah, as you're walking up, there's probably going to be someone selling tickets. That's true.
Yeah.
But what got us to go in there at that particular time is the audio event. So there's going to be an audio fest, if you will. There's going to be a lot of high-end audio there. Your chance to listen to a lot of this, if you've ever wondered what $20,000 speakers sound like, they're going to be there. So if you've ever wondered what a $5,000 or $10,000 amp sounds like, it's going to be there. So it's a great opportunity.
I'm going to be buying all of them, so just watch.
Yeah, and I'll be buying all of them. I am just getting the last paperwork in for my second mortgage on the house. And then I'll have the finances to actually consider even buying, to get me in the room to even consider buying some of this material.
I think Joe's going to walk in the room and he's like, okay, I like it, I'll take it. Going to the next room, I like it, I'll take it.
Yeah, just give me all of that and all of the other room. And
that hot chick there that's kind of modeling for I'll take her too.
I'll take all her and all her essence. Thank you.
All her essence.
Joe's gonna come in with a checkboard. Yeah, take that. All right.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. I have never been to one of these things before.
I haven't been to one either. It should be fun.
So it's me and Mark are Audio Fest virgins. So if you want to come and experience our audio cherries being bursted,
I thought you were going to say if you want to come.
No, wait, Joe. We're trying to get people to show up, not scare them away.
Exactly. Yeah. It'd be great television, though. No, just kidding. But, no, anybody that, and then of course there's going to be, as you heard from Zach, there's going to be a lot of beer involved in this. We're already talking about visiting this new, what is it, a Peruvian brewery?
Yeah, Peruvian
style brewery there that just opened. It'll still probably have the new car smell inside the brewery when we visit. So I couldn't be any. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, they're going to have new beers I've never even tried before. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of beer, a lot of music. So looking forward to that. So anybody that wants to join is more than welcome. Just give us a holler. Let us know when you'll be there, and we'll all try to hook up, man. It'll be a lot of fun. As Tom can attest, it's a lot of fun hanging out, man, having beers in person and all the.
I mean, there's always a possibility I might go. I just don't know right now.
Yeah, hey, and if Tom shows up, Tom knows the deal. Like, you could just show up and then maybe you're like not that into audio, but just going to Denver in general and having beers is like.
Denver's just awesome, man.
It's just an awesome place to visit.
Edibles, all kinds of good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that,
I won't even go there because there's like edible underwear and all those sorts of things you can do.
No, edible essence. Yeah, we can do
Edible essences. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week. All right. Peace out, man.
that. You guys
Good,
later.
guys.
See you next week.